Hey guys, welcome back to this video. So in this particular sales call, I had the objection of, I need to talk to my business partner. Now, one of the most easiest way to get over this objection is making sure that before the call, before they come to the call, that you tell them to actually make sure to bring on their partner so you can, discuss their problems and their questions and answer them all on the call so they can make a decision together on the phone. Now, one of the things I do is I like to take the payment on the first call itself. I used to do a two-step thing, but I realized for me, for my agency and my service, what worked out for me is taking the payment on the first call as immediately. So with every single call I go into, I try to take the payment over the call. And then we schedule another meeting, which is the onboarding meeting. But in this particular call, I didn't know that he had a business partner, so I didn't ask him. So it's kind of my fault, but this is how I handled I need to talk to my business partner objection. So I hope it helps. And what we're going to do is we're going to together, go over what he said, and what I say, and then try and explain in this video my thought process on what I'm trying to say, so you guys understand what I'm, why I said this and stuff like that. So hopefully this is, good enough value. So next time when you guys go on a sales call, you know what to say when you get this sales objection. So let's watch it together. So in terms of the pricing breakdown, that's how it works. If you want to, let's move forward. I definitely believe we can help you out. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm interested to move.
So at this point, I've said, all the pricing, we broke down all his problems. So I know personally he believes my service, he understands my service, he's good with the pricing and everything. Now it's towards this time where we're trying to handle the sales objections. Now, considering everything that you've done everything correctly so far, this part shouldn't be too hard. So now I'm trying to say, okay, now I think I can help you. Now let's move on forward and get on board. So this is what he has to say.
Forward, I guess. I'd be ready to move forward right now, but of course, like I said, I do have a partner, so I would just have to talk to him. But I'm on board 100%. I feel like to get to where we want to be, you at some point you got to bring in some outside help,
Yeah, no. So you see how while they're talking and when you say, okay, let's move forward, you don't speak at all. From now on, it's mainly about making sure you listen to whatever they're saying and don't interrupt them. This is essentially what you call the smoke screen. And during the smoke screen, you don't want to, interrupt them because they might give us a clue in terms of what's actually holding them back. So this is, at this point, just shut up for most of the part and just let them talk. Definitely, bro. Let me ask you this. In terms of your business, who's the main decision maker? In terms of is it you or him?
So it's tough. That's a tough question just because, on everything,
So he's obviously said he needs to, it's a 50-50 thing between him and his partner, and he can't really move forward without making a decision with his partner. So now I said the question, okay, in your business, who is actually the decision maker? Because most likely the person who actually came onto the call is actually the decision maker, and they don't really need to talk to their business partner. And now this is his response.
All the legal things, it's all 50-50, but I would say, honestly, I'm, usually when it comes to, big decisions like this, I'm usually the one who would make it, but at the same time, it's going to be us splitting the cost, so I don't ever make a decision without, he knows that I'm on this call. I wanted him to be on the call as well.
Yeah, that would think of it this way. What's your partner's name? So now why I said what's your partner's name is so to kind of create that illusion of, making him feel involved. So I'm not just referring him to that guy. Now, I don't know the whole psychology behind this, but I always like to refer to people by their name because it just feels more personal. So I asked this question just to say, hey, so what's their name, right? So that when we're talking about them, we can also include them. So in the prospect's mind, they can also see that I'm all about including everyone. So it's just a thing I do naturally. Emron. So think of it this way: you're the main decision maker, and you fully believe in the process. This is, and from what we're talking about. So this is, I'm bringing it back to the 30 minutes. So we've been talking for about 30 minutes, and I've hit on everything that he had questions on, and I know intuitively that he believes in the program. Right now, it's just trying to get the fact across that if you think that this is the next step to growing your business, why wouldn't your partner also agree with that? So that's what I'm about to say. This is the thing that will get you to the next step. Do you think Emron will be against that? Like it's like saying, hey, Emron, this guy, this might be the solution for us to get from 3 to 10. So 3 to 10 is basically the 3,000 that they are right now, and his goal was at 10,000. So this is what I digged on in the beginning of the call, because I wanted to know where his goal is to get to. So that's that $10,000 a month goal that he wants to get to. So that's reiterating on his pain points and showing to him I truly understand where you want to get to, and I'm just again hitting back onto those points over and over again. We run the ads for 20 days, see how it goes. Do you really think everyone will say no to that?
Nah, I don't think so. I think he'll be on board.
Pretty much.
I mean, when I told him that, like...
So at this point, he's, I'm telling him, like, think of it logically, right? And he's already understood, okay, why, if this is something that I believe in, why would my partner also be against it? So this is him then trying to tell him to himself, okay, he'd agreed to it.
I was doing the call, like, he seemed pretty on board for it. I mean, he knows, he sees the same issues that I see. Like,
yeah.
He's got the same, like, he's at every detail with me, so he notices, like, man, we busy last week, nothing this week, busy next week, nothing the next week. So
exactly.
I'm sure.
So let's make a decision, right? If you know he's already on board, right? Mm-hmm. How about we just do the setup fee? We book in a scheduled call for as soon as possible. So it's essentially an onboarding call. We get Emron as well on the call, and then we just get you launched by Monday. So my full pricing is we have a setup fee first, and then we have the full payment later on. So that's how it works.
I mean, that sounds good. So why don't we do this? I mean, I can actually call him right now.
So at this point, he understands it, and then he was like, okay, I'll actually call him right now. And then I was like, okay, perfect. If we can get him to call his partner on the phone, and then if the partner has any other questions, I can answer it straight away. And he's still on the call with me. So, like I said, with my agency, I want to take the payment up front. Before we move forward, because right now I've done all this work of getting them really warm, getting them emotionally understanding, buying into my service, and also trying to also solve them logically. So right now it's just that little final push that you need to do to get them over the edge.
Yeah, we're on the call. Let's do it. All right, so let me just call him. I'm gonna mute it real quick. Just mute it and I'm gonna call him.
No worries. So he's going to call him, and then this was like a 10 minute. Okay, finally, so he's nearly finished, and let's see what he says.
Hello.
Yo.
I think we're ready to get the onboard started.
Let's go. That's what I like to hear. So at this point, I'm obviously really happy with how everything went. He's ready. It's just that little thing that you need to do. Just because they say that I need to talk to my business partner, don't leave the call. That used to be a big mistake that I used to do, believing that they'll get back to me. They won't. None of your clients will get back to you if they because what they'll do is they'll sleep on it, and then they'll think, oh, it's a risk and whatever and blah blah blah, and then they'll be like, okay, hey Alfie, if they even respond or even consider just calling you back up, they'll be like, hey Alfie, I don't think I've talked to my business partner, I don't think it's right for us, whatever. They say a lot of things. So what you want to do is everything on the call, get the drill to their pain points, get them emotionally buying into your product, and get them logically buying into your products. Now this is just one of the sales objections. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want me to go over any other sales type of objections that you guys constantly get, I'm happy to cover them. And then give you solutions and what I try to say in my sales call, because probably most in whatever industry or niche you are, the typical sales objections are quite similar, and you just need to tailor it to your specific industry, and you're pretty much good to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any other videos that you want me to release, let me know. So